Howdy, this is Jim Jakosh. Welcome to my workshop. I'm going to show you some fractal burning, and the solution I use is vinegar and baking soda, because one's an acid, one's a base, and they mix automatically. You don't have to stir them. So we won't need a lot in here because it foams up pretty good. So that's the vinegar. I'll put a little bit in here because it usually runs over the top on me. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah. First time I did this, it was all over the table. I'm going to put a little bit more in. And that's that. You need a baking soda solution to wet the board with. Otherwise, the electricity won't travel. And like you could go ahead and put it just down this side, and that's where it would travel. It wouldn't go over here where it's dry. Okay. It's off. This is very dangerous, by the way. You don't want to do this if you got any qualms about it or you're drinking.
Can you talk a little bit about that equipment, that transformer box?
Yeah, this is a transformer out of a microwave oven, and it puts out 2,000 volts and 500 milliamps, a half an amp. It's very dangerous, so you don't ever want to touch the wet part or any of this when it's running. I have these handles on here so that I keep my hands a good 8 inches or 10 inches away from the tip. But inside of here is a transformer. This turns the power onto it, and then over here I put this switch on here in a rheostat, and it's a variable rheostat so that I can vary the voltage going into the transformer, and I can do little things, because if I had full voltage and I wanted to do something like this, it would burn between the contacts and wouldn't do any burning on the wood. So that's why I do this. I turn that down until it just starts to fire, because I have done pins and stuff like that, just a little pin piece. It's really nice.
Now that's DC.
This is AC.
AC output.
I'm running AC. Yeah, this is a 110 AC going into it.
And
that's what's coming out.
And 110 or the 200 volts.
It's 2,000 volts.
2,000 volts.
Yeah, it's a transformer. It's a bump up transformer.
All right.
Okay, so
and it converts it to DC.
No, it's AC.
It stays
this
okay.
Is all AC all the way through. There's no rectifier in it. It's just straight.
All right.
Okay. So anyway, what happens here is you wet the wood down, and then this is the ground, and that comes right off the base of the transformer, and this is the hot lead that comes off of it. There's a couple leads on it. There's some low voltage leads, and then there's a real high voltage lead that goes to the magnetron. That's what this is.
Okay.
So that's the one to use, because I've got a lot of transformers here, and I don't make one for guys, but I'll show them how to do it.
Okay.
But anyway, you wet that down, and then I leave this one on here. I can move it around, but I usually leave it there, and then I move this one around, and it just burns right to it. You'll see. Let me get this wire out of the way here. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna wet this bait. I'm gonna do it down this one side first of all. I'll show you how it patterns. It just goes where you want. It won't burn over here at all. This is great for gourds. Oh man, it makes the prettiest gourds. Okay, here we go. Got a pilot light on here so that you know when it's on. Yeah. Some woods burn better than others. There it goes. I'm going to stop them. I'll show you what happens when they touch. I'll do that first. When they touch, it's a direct short. See that?
Yep.
I shut it off then. Because when I first started this, I read up on it, and I bought a transformer on Craigslist. I bought a neon light transformer, and those are safer ones. They're only 50 milliamps. But I did that a few times, and it burned like that. blew out in a week. 40 bucks down the drain. So then I read about these, and this is the way I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna do this side now. We'll probably get a wider burn right here.
So then how would you kind of like, if going to the finishing part, would you sand that or planer?
No, the thing to do is sand the board first. Get it sanded really good, like the 150 at least. And then what we'll do is take a brush and water and just wash that down. And then the pattern's all set. And then you varnish over it or something. Now, sometimes what I do is see how deep this is burned? Sometimes I'll burn it real deep. And then I put inlay in there like turquoise.
Okay.
And what you do is you go ahead and spray it with a clear. Then you put the turquoise in, and it won't leach out into the rest of the clear wood. And then you sand that down. But you got to sand it carefully, because what you want to do is you want to preserve all these fine lines. See that? If you sand it, you'll take them out, and they add a lot to it. They really make it look nice. So anyway, I'll get it wet, good and wet. Then we'll try some different kind. There's some woods. Let me get something here. We'll put this on here. I like to have this so it's propped in there. Well, another guy built one. My friend down in Arizona City, he built one and he put a T on both of these because he doesn't like to touch this when it's running. He won't touch the handle. And I said, as long as it's underneath here, that's fine. It's out of my way. I'm not going to touch it. Sometimes it takes a while for the current to catch up. Now, there's I can't do this in our guild. They outlawed me to do this because the guys have been killed doing it. And I think and I never did find out how they got killed, but I'll tell you one way I think they did. Like when this happens like this, I think they go ahead and they take that brush and they brush it when the power's on. That's what I think some of them did.
Okay, it's kind of like pouring gasoline on the fire.
Yeah, you be right by the fire and pour more gasoline on it. No, I shut her off all the time. One guy built one, and he put a foot switch on it. He said, "You got to put a foot switch on it." I says, "No way." I said, "If I have that there and somebody accidentally comes by and hits that when I'm fooling with this, no, I want to be total control of it." Okay, here we go. That's gonna go good now. Yeah, this couple just left. I thought they were gonna stay for this, but they left. I made a ring for them.
So it seems to advance more from the positive side?
Sometimes. You never know.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
This one is. Now it's burning over in the other area now. That's going to burn real deep. It's going to, if I keep leaving it like that, it'll burn 1/8 of an inch or more. You want to do it on the other side too?
Sure.
Okay. Then we'll try some other wood. The cherry wood is nice. Mesquite is fantastic.
What makes it better?
I think it's the tightness of the grain.
Okay.
Cherry wood is real tight, Oak, this is oak, and regular red oak doesn't do real good. It's okay, but there's one of them, I forget if it's mahogany or one wood that is just terrible. I can't remember which one it was. I was doing that for somebody, and it was bad. And gourds are funny. Some gourds are fantastic. Other ones sit there, they dry, they'll burn the water away, but they won't light up at all. You never know. It's getting current all the way through there, so it's just a matter of time before that one starts up, I think. There it goes. I see smoke over there.
See it right here on the end burning.
Is it burning on the end?
Inside.
Don't touch it. Don't touch
I'm
it.
not touching it.
There it goes. A guy told me that I saw it on YouTube. He says if you put the wet rag down, and put one of your things in there, the thing will only burn one-sided. And I tried that a couple times and it didn't work. It burned both ways. This is going to be a beautiful piece. I'm going to stop it before it touches.
Okay.
That is cool. Let's unfold. Okay. I burned some of this the other night. It burned pretty good. Oh, it's got a mind of its own.
As it gets closer, it tends to burn more steady.
Seems like it, yeah. There it goes. Now see, the ground side is burning more than the hot side, but you never know. What I make is I make these hot salsa bowls out of mesquite, and they got a trough all the way around them. And then you put the salsa in a dish in the middle. I cut the dish in the middle after I burn it, but I took a video or a picture of it with a flame on it. It had a 5-inch flame on it all the way around. That's what sold that bowl. I gave the lady the picture of that flame. She loved it.
And so this is the cherry we're trying.
This is cherry, yeah. I might have this too far apart. I'm not sure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wet it one more time. Because usually what I do is I wet stuff 10 minutes before or something, and then I do it again. Cherry always burns good. Ooh, that one on the wet. Now it's going this way. Look at that. Look at that. Idiot.
Look at that. That is looking great.
Yeah.
You know, I noticed it did that on some of these other ones too. It's coming back that way.
Come back around, didn't it? Yeah. That's a beautiful pattern. Who likes that? It's going in a straight line. It's not making that great big tree pattern. Melting my, ooh, that's a nice one over there. It's melting that PVC though. Boy, I'm gonna have to redo that. There, it's getting there.
It's showing up in the other.
Isn't that wild? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop it there. The reason I stop it a lot is not just because of the burning, but you can go ahead and you can cut around that. And you can make a coaster out of it or something like that, you know. That one burned pretty good. Plus I move it around a lot. They don't move it around. They turn it on and get away from it. They won't do this. That one is starting to go over there. There we go. I like it when it makes that sound. Just pure burning.
It's kind of like when you're welding and you get that little sizzle.
Yeah, when you get the thing going on a sweet line, and boy, that's nice.
All right, well, why don't you go ahead and just kind of show how to kind of clean that? And
Okay,
how
let me get it. I use
you
the
got-
garden hose usually, but the garden hoses are all put away right now. So there's a lot of ash in here. It's going to get real dirty.
So that's just a nylon scrub brush?
Just a scrub brush, yeah, you can use it.
Okay.
You can use a toothbrush if you got a lot of time.
Oh my, that one on top. Looks...
See that? That's how she looks. Mm-hmm. To the other side. Put some pressure on it. Get down in the grooves really good so that it's a very concise pattern. Yeah. So that's all you got to do. Wash her out, let it dry, and then the thing is, what you want to do is you can sand this a little bit, but what you want to do is maintain all these little fine hairlines in here. See, that's what makes it look really cool, I think. Now, for something like this, as deep as it is, you could go ahead and put turquoise inlay in there, and then sand it down. I've got one hanging on the wall downstairs like that. I was gonna sell it, but I won't sell it. It's so nice.
Very nice.
Here, I'll flip it over. Yeah, like this, you could fill all this deep stuff with turquoise. What I do is I take a pick and I pick all that ash out of there.
Okay.
You know, and get it so it's deeper and deep, and then it fills. You get the real fine powdery, this like almost talcum powder, turquoise, and put it in there and hit it with CA glue, and then sand it off.
Oh, you put that turquoise in, then the glue.
CA glue, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I put a demo on at the Guild one time when we were at East Kentwood High School, and one of the guys got up and I put it on there, and then I spritzed it with the accelerator. He got up and he says, "You know what that accelerator is?" I says, "No, what is it?" He says, 95% acetone. So that's all I use now is acetone.
And it works just as well?
Oh yeah, it's the same thing. I did that on lathe the other day when I was making those rings. I spritzed them with that. But anyway, that's a pretty one.
Yeah.
We'll see what... That's a beauty there. So you could turquoise this whole thing. That look fantastic.
Yeah.
But what's really nice is to get a slice off of a log, get the natural edge on it, and burn it in there, and just leave the natural edge around the top, and then put a little hole in the back for hanging. That's pretty. That's what I do with mesquite. I don't have any mesquite right here right now, but
the suggestion you just made, you're talking about a slice around the trunks. You see the growth rings, or are you talking about a?
No, I'm talking about when you cut a slice through the tree, and the tree might go down like that a little bit, so that you're going to have bark right around the top.
Yeah.
That part.
Okay.
That's really nice.
Have you ever tried to burn in the end grain?
What do you mean burn the end grain?
Well, like
You mean the edge of this?
yeah, like a butcher block top, and how all the end grains up. And I don't know that.
I haven't done that, no.
Oh.
But I mean, you wouldn't want to cut on it if it looks so pretty.
No, I wouldn't. I wasn't saying to use a butcher block. I was wondering, like, if you took a cookie of a tree and tried burning in that.
I don't know, because that's a good question, because normally what you're doing here is you're burning with the grain.
Yeah.
And the grain would be going this way.
Yeah.
I don't know. We could try it. Want to try it?
I'll get some water